Today's children's story is going to come from the boy Jesus at the temple. This is my Bible stories for children for today, for this month, matter of fact. As a child, Jesus lived in the little town of Nazareth. His home was probably a very simple country cottage, and he was taught to work hard and help Joseph in the carpenter shop. Most Jewish boys of that time went to school at the village house of worship called a synagogue. Here they were taught from the law of Moses and the books of the prophets. Since each book had to be copied by hand in those days, the students had none of their own, and they had to learn their lessons by heart. Jesus also went to the synagogue with his family on the Sabbath each week for worship. Again, the Old Testament was read and explained, so it is easy to understand how many Jewish boys knew much of the Old Testament by memory. The biggest occasion of the year was the time of the Passover, when Jews from everywhere went to Jerusalem to celebrate the sacred feast and remember the time when God brought their people out of slavery in the land of Egypt. When Jesus was 12 years old, his parents let him make the trip to Jerusalem with them for the first time. Together with others from Nazareth, they made the 60-mile trip in several days, some walking and some riding donkeys in a large caravan. Along the way, others going to worship joined the group. Finally, they saw Jerusalem spread out before them. What an impression the great city and the splendid temple on Mount Moriah made on the young boy. Already Jesus' heart was full of love for God, his Father, and the desire to do his work. Seeing the house of worship and the priest and observing the solemn feast of the Passover made his desire more intense. He lingered around the temple, held by his attraction for God's house. The feast of the Passover lasted for 7 days, and then Mary and Joseph prepared to return to Nazareth with the group that had come from there. All one day they traveled without Jesus, but they was not worried because the company was large and they felt sure he was walking along with some of his friends. When evening came and he had not joined them, they began to search for him among their friends and relatives. No one had seen Jesus all day. There was nothing for worried parents to do but return to Jerusalem and look for their son. For 2 days they went every place in Jerusalem they thought Jesus might be. On the third day, the tired couple thought of looking in the temple. There the boy was found, sitting with some of the smartest students of law, completely wrapped up in his conversations with them. They too were interested and amazed at this lad who could ask such thoughtful questions and also give answers that showed a deep understanding. Mary and Joseph were surprised to find their son talking to brilliant men. Mary had not forgotten the worry he had caused them for 3 days, and she could not help saying, "Son, why have you done this to us? Your father and I have been searching everywhere, and we have been so worried about you. Why did you look for me?" Jesus asked. "Do you not realize that I have my Father's work to do?" Jesus realized that he was old enough now to begin preparing for great work God had sent him into the world to do. Mary did not quite understand, but she remembered the words he told her, and she thought about them afterwards. This time, Jesus left the city with Mary and Joseph and returned to Nazareth. As years passed by, he grew in mind and in body, more pleasing to God and to men. He was like other boys around him, but in one way he was different. He never did wrong. He was not boastful or proud about his goodness, but he prayed often to God, and God made his mind and thoughts pure, so that he always wanted to do the right thing. This made those around him love him, and God saw that his son was pleasing in every way. And be pleasing to God, each and every one of you little children out there, because through Jesus Christ, God is the only way. And there's no one other than God who can take care of you all the days of your life. So I'm asking throughout this Bible story for children that you take heed and listen to every word, because someday you might have to walk the same shoes that Jesus walked. And I'm asking you to keep your prayers and thoughts in Jesus' name, and it'll carry you a long way in life. This is Minister Cedric Dodd reading another Bible story for children. God bless and amen.